Hello. My name is Kenna and welcome to my first achievement guide video. I'm a huge achievement hunter and hope this will help you to complete everything that got added to RuneScape today with the Housing of Parliament quest. So let's get started with what got added altogether. So here are all the achievements and new things that got added today. We have the Housing of Parliament quest that gives quest point number 450, which also gives a new dice from May, the Friends of Imkando achievement, a new location for Philip Carnelian. The School of Jewels has also been updated to require you to cut a moonstone. Pop has been updated to include speaking to Darren. Mystical Moonstone achievement has been added. This requires you to learn how to craft moonstone jewelry. And the Bird of Prey achievement has also been added to track down 14 owls once the quest has been completed. There are a few requirements needed and items that are also needed for 100% completion, so here is everything you will need. The levels you will need are 54 Necromancy and 67 Crafting. The Necromancy and Killy Row quests both need to be completed. The item requirements are 2 buckets of water, 2 king worms, 2 beetle bits, 2 raw or cooked snails, 2 raw or cooked ghostly soul, and a brown apron. Now let's dive straight into the quest. The quest itself is quite straightforward and easy to follow along, and it is mainly speak to Darren, do something, speak to Darren, do something, but it does make this quite easy to work through, and it's handy that this is my first ever guide. So first off, speak to Darren in the Owlery in the city of and accept the quest. You'll be asked to clean up around the area, so take one of each cleaning tool from his bucket in the corner and clean the following: the owl dropping, dust, and cobwebs. Then speak to Darren again and take 6 nails from his toolbox, which is in another corner of the room. Use this to then build the 2 troughs that are inside the building and just on the outside. Talk again to Darren and then use the bucket of water on the outside trough. Again, back to Darren and he'll ask you to speak to a pet shop owner in Taverley or Yanil about the food the owls may like to eat. Teleport to Yanil and speak to the pet shop owner about owl food. Then return back to Darren so the owls can taste all of your options. When you go through these options, the owls will pick their favourite option. It won't necessarily be the same for every person. This is why I said to bring 2 of each, just so you have your preference right there ready to go. Head to the clock tower and grab an hourglass. The quickest way is using the teleport and heading north. Once you're up the stairs, you can take an hourglass from the pile and click smash in your inventory. Use the sprinkles on the food choice your owls prefer, and check your quest guide if you're not quite sure or can't remember which one this is. Head back to the Owlery and add this sprinkled food to the trough. Speak to Darren and quest is complete. At this point, it's worth teleporting out of to make sure the owls to track down load in properly. There have been a couple of people who can't track the owls once they've finished, so it is a great time to teleport out and even go and grab your dice from May if you're on 450 quest points. Once you're back in feel free to cut your moonstone and get the School of Jewels achievement back completed and equip your brown apron. Because the former Master Crafter is tricky, you will need to remove any cosmetic overrides for the next step, otherwise he flat out refuses to help you. Go to the former Master Crafter and select Ask About Moonstone. Go through the dialogue and there are a couple of waits, so just hold on for those. But once the dialogue is complete, Mystical Moonstone achievement will also be complete. Now for probably my favourite part of the update is the Birds of Prey achievement. Starting at the Owlery, you can spot Asio on the back wall and Esu on the second window. Tawny can be found just south on the bricks by Austin's shop. Bubo is on the boat just west of Ed's boat tours. Ruffles is on the ship hanging outside the building west of the Master Crafter, and further west on the end of the pier you'll find Asker. Screech is just south of the Master Crafter and you do need to be on the lower level to track them, and Celeste is on the lower level of the clock tower. Morai is right next to the farming patch. Athena is outside the church. Snowy is slightly east of the fishing spot, and if you're looking for Philip Carnelian, he's also right here. If you're at 450 quest points, speak to him for your 10k lamp. Rowlet is just north of Dominique's Rage, and you do again need to be on the lower level. And Blathers can be found on top of the deposit box outside the bank. The final owl is Lathus, and they are on the docks near the Cape of Accomplishment Ghosts and just before you get to Sostratus. If you now go back to Derrin, you'll confirm you've spotted all the owls, and if it hasn't already tracked, Umbop should now also be completed. Falmond will be spawning just south of the Smithy every Wednesday, so make sure to head there and grab your MQC achievements while you can. And that is the new update complete. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe and leave a comment on what you thought of the new quest. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, whatever you're getting up to, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Bye all!